Good morning, everyone. Tina Spalding, Trance Channel here with a microphone. So those of you that have been sending me messages that you couldn't hear me very well, sorry about that, but on my computer it was playing back perfectly, so I didn't notice. Today we are going to do lesson 27, Above All Else I Want to See. Today's idea expresses something stronger than mere determination. It gives vision priority among your desires. You may feel hesitant about using the idea on the grounds that you are not yet sure you really mean it. This does not matter. The purpose of today's exercises is to bring the time when the idea will be wholly true a little nearer. There may be a great temptation to believe that some sort of sacrifice is being asked of you when you say you want to see above all else. If you become uneasy about the lack of reservation involved, add, vision has no cost to anyone. If fear or loss still persists, add further, it can only bless. The idea for today needs many repetitions for maximum benefit. It should be used at least every half hour and more if possible. You might try for every 15 or 20 minutes. It is recommended that you set a definite time interval for using the idea when you wake or shortly afterwards and attempt to adhere to it throughout the day. It will not be difficult to do this, even if you are engaged in conversation or otherwise occupied at the time. You can still repeat one short sentence to yourself without disturbing anything. The real question is, how often will you remember? How much do you want today's idea to be true? Answer one of these questions and you have answered the other. You will probably miss several applications and perhaps quite a number. Do not be disturbed by this, but do try to keep on your schedule from then on. If only once during the day you feel that you were perfectly sincere while you were repeating today's idea, you can be sure that you have saved yourself many years of effort. And I think that's one of the key things here in doing these lessons is they aren't taking time, they're saving time. So I will bring Jesus through and we will see what he has to say today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and it is important for you to recognize any hesitation you have in asking for this. There is a great training in your society that to follow me means you have to sacrifice and suffer and even martyr yourself. And those beliefs of your society will begin to come up as you make more determined statements with your free will. Most of these beliefs and ideas, the Judeo-Christian teachings of the churches that have ruled your society and founded the society on which these teachings are based, these ideas have been hidden from you for quite some time. You don't realize that they are even in your mind. It's not until you start to step towards love that you begin to feel the unloving arising. This is a very important day this is a very important message. Many of you see yourselves as innocents. They're the bad guys always out there. You're the one that's loving and kind and they shouldn't have done that and you did your best. These stories run rampant through the untrained mind. But it's not until you start truly walking towards love, turning towards that which is teaching you pure, true spiritual love, that you will see your ego's desire for death. Now, some of the wording in the course is very, very blatant. It is very, very graphic because these ideas are hidden from you and we want to get your attention. We want you to begin to realize that as you walk towards love, you begin to feel fear. Why would that happen? If you're the loving being that you perceive yourself to be, why would walking towards love bring up fear? That is because in your society, love has been associated with sacrifice and suffering, and the ego does not want to love. So the part of your mind that has been trained in your society by your warmongers and your torturous training programs, that part of your mind that has complied and agreed with those training programs by employing them in your actions, your words, and your thoughts and your deeds, that part of your mind now is going to rise up and argue. It's going to say, this is not safe. We're heading towards something that we have no control of. Control is of utmost importance. Defenses are important. These are the words of the ego mind. So when you do these lessons and you feel some fear or resistance, know that you are being shown a part of your mind that believes that following my teachings will cause you suffering. And no surprise there, because the story that was laid over my life and my teaching modality was of suffering, sacrifice, and punishment by a loving father of a dutiful son. There was no way out given that teaching. No matter how good you were, are, will be, God will punish you. And that is the underlying message of the teachings around my life and my crucifixion and resurrection. It's important for you to understand this and know this and realize that these beliefs are going to surface. These fears of sacrifice are going to surface in your mind. But fear not, we are doing the work every day that will eventually remove those from you. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and suffering and sacrifice and martyrdom are not required on this path. You can trust me on that. We are glad you came to see us today, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.